This is an air element yoga practice. We're going to be using a very yin style of yoga practice, a very yin mentality. If you don't know what that is, it's what I would describe as a really passive way of going about your yoga practice. You're not going to strive actively to change the shape of your body. You're just going to take the body to where it can go today. And that's going to be different on different days of practice when you're tired or on days when you're energetic. But it's very much a style of yoga practice where you have to kind of let go of the mindset of trying to get better in any way. This is really about recovery and listening to the body. I think it's really important to have those yoga sessions where you should have very different mindsets for different yoga practices. You should have some practices where we're trying to get more flexible, some practices where we're just trying to breathe and relax into poses. This is one of those. So, find a comfortable seat, please. Just close down your eyes to begin with. Take a few deep breaths and just take a second to let your nervous system settle in here and calm down. So you purposely want to make a decision to break free of the rush that you've been in all day. Break free of that cycle of stimulus and response. Break free of that feeling that you need to be productive. It's all well and great to say those kind of things and to think those kind of things. What does it actually feel like in practicality, in real life? What do you need to do? So what I want you to do is to start to just, with your eyes closed, focus on your environment for a second. Listen. What can you hear? There's loads of little ambient sounds coming into and out of existence in your environment, and you don't need to do anything with them. You don't need to change them in any way. You just let them in. And then let's shift your perception now to the body, and can you feel the points of contact with the ground beneath you? Maybe not the ground, maybe the chair beneath you, maybe the cushion beneath you. Can you pay attention to it just for a second? Can you feel the shape of the body? As you feel the shape of the body in its entirety, can you feel that there's loads of little touch points all around the skin? The clothes are gently touching against the skin, and if you have a window open or if you're outside, then there's air moving all around the skin. You don't notice it normally because you've got other things that are taking up space in your mind, but yoga, and especially Yin Yoga, is a time to be present with these experiences. The whole reason you don't normally feel them is it really allows the human to be in the mind and in the strategizing and in the planning parts of the mind. And the beautiful thing is here is that we get to reverse that with the senses, and that helps take us out of the thinking mind and into a part of your mind that is more based in experience, in sensation and feeling. And it's not that one is better than the other, it's just that we need to be able to have the ability to switch between them when we choose to. Can you feel the rhythm of your breath right now? With no right or wrong, no judgment of what you think it should be or shouldn't be, just really paying attention to it. Now, in a yin style yoga practice, my teachers would tell me that you shouldn't force the breath in or out, and I agree with what they're saying to a certain extent. It shouldn't be like a pranayama class where we're manipulating the breath extensively. However, I really just believe so deeply in this ability of your body. It's such a powerful tool to use, an extended exhale, a slow inhale, and then a even slower and longer exhale. It really sends a signal to your body to be calm and relaxed. And for me, it's too valuable of a tool to not use in any yoga practice, especially one where we're trying to be poised and soft and passive with the body. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, please. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do a really simple breathing exercise that again help calm our nervous system, help send the signals to our body, the biological signals, the signals to our nervous system to be in a calming state. You know, a lot of this is tied to your breath. So it's very simple. You're going to inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts. Then we're going to in for 4, out for 5, in for 4, out for 6, in for 4, out for 7, in for 4 counts, out for 8 counts. So your exhale is going to get longer and longer and longer, and this is such a powerful and simple tool that we can use in our yoga practice. Let's begin. Try to, if you can, breathe in and out throughout the nose. We're going to begin on an inhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the breath return to its normal speed and just sit in meditation just for a moment, no longer than 30 seconds, no longer than a minute actually, excuse me. And while you have your eyes closed and doing that, I'm going to make sure that the camera is recording. Aha, which it is. Well done, Gagan. And then can you open up the eyes, please? Bring your arms down by your side here. Your next inhale, hands lift overhead. Now, purposely taking very, very relaxed movements. Exhale, bring the hands down. Moving really soft with the breath. Soft and slow, slower than actually feels natural. Inhale, hands lift overhead. Now, in other classes, I'll be talking about rotation patterns in your shoulders. Exhale, bring the hands down. I'll be talking about extension and flexion in the spine. I'll be talking about all kinds of physical movements you need to do. Inhale, hands lift. I'll be talking about the mechanics of how to move efficiently, how to get better, how to progress. Exhale, bring the hands down. And this is such a contrast to that. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, you're going to bring your left hand down by your side, your right hand over the side body. Nice, deep side bend here. Really relax. I say deep, as much as you can get in with your spine comfortably. Inhale, hands lift overhead. And exhale, side bend, second side. So the movements are really just to feel like you're getting a little bit of blood flow through your area. You can get a little connected to the body. Feel where the body's feeling a little stiff and tight and rigid today. See what you need to give more of your attention to. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, rotate towards your left side. Lift the chest up. Breathe here. And in Yin, we're going to hold positions for a long time, but I always like to start with a little bit of movement. It's important to get blood flow around the body. That's standard strength conditioning. We need to get blood flow and heat moving through the body before we can effectively do exercise or any activity. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release the rotation. Inhale, hands lift overhead. Exhale, rotate second side. And just get a sense for what we're doing here. I'm getting you to manipulate your spine to different positions. I'm getting you to side bend and rotate, and then feel how the breath interacts with the midsection in these different positions. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. And then inhale, hands lift overhead, please. Again, how relaxed can you be? How slow can you be? Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the hands down towards the knees, shins, legs, whatever makes you comfortable. Really slow rotations, side to side. So you're gonna go right to left. And I'm not looking for any specific cues. I'm just looking to, again, promote a little bit of blood flow through these areas. This is what wakes your nervous system up. This is what tells the nervous system that we need to prepare this area of the body for activity. Good, we can do one more gaze looking in each direction. So I'm looking over to the right now, and then looking over to the left. And yes, I am mirroring, so I will be the other way around to you. It's fine, but luckily, I'm just getting the hang of this cueing for mirroring stuff. 10 years in. Let your chin tuck in, let your forehead come down, and then look up towards the ceiling. And this one, I don't need to change anything for. Let the chin come down, let the forehead come down again. Maybe if you want to time this with your inhale, look up. And exhale, bring the chin down. Nice and relaxed here. Last one, inhale, chin lifting up, nose going up, forehead going up, look up. Then exhale, neutral position. I like gaze or the word drishti, or drishti, whichever feels, I shouldn't say the piss, whatever feels best for you. Okay, hands towards the backs of your hamstrings here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the spine round. Take 3 cycles here. Inhale. Extend the spine, look up. Exhale, flex the spine and round the back. Then inhale, look up. Then exhale, flex and round. Lost count, I think that's 2. You can do inhale, one more. Inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral position with the spine, and then let the legs come out to wherever's natural. So in this style of practice, I'm not going to hold my legs in like a strict Dandasana style. It's going to be really relaxed. This is kind of where my legs naturally fall out. So they anti-verted hips. There's a lot of natural external rotation here. And I find it actually very hard to internally rotate. So when I'm being very active in the legs, or when you're being very active, it looks like this. So I'm forcing the legs to stay in that position. Some people's legs, some of my students, the legs kind of just stay there naturally. For me, they fall out. And you're looking for that in yourself. Like, can you let the legs be as soft and passive as possible here? Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let the body sink forward, let the chin tuck in, let the forehead come down now. And we're going to stay here. We're going to breathe. Remember, the goal isn't to create the most beautiful yoga shape. The goal is to listen. Listen to how your body feels most naturally passive in this pose. So although that I'm not like forcing my legs to be straight, although I'm not forcing my spine to be in a really straight position, I'm feeling that I can let the body sink here naturally. And even as I'm here, I can still feel that there's some pull in my spine, there's a little bit of pull in my hamstrings. And actually, that's a good point. With this style of practice, it doesn't mean that you don't want to feel anything. You want to feel, maybe if 10 is the maximum level of stretch that you could feel, around a level 4 to 6. Providing you can be relaxed in that position, providing you can breathe. And what position feels like a 4 when you first get into it, feels like a 7 or 8, as you stay, then as you breathe, and as you send the signals to your body to be relaxed in that shape, over time that same shape becomes level 4 or 5 out of 10. Now it's really important that we move slowly in and out of position. So on your next inhale, slowly start to lift up. And take your time lifting up here. Bring the hands behind the body. So we took the spine for a little bit of flexion. Let's take the spine for a little bit of really comfortable extension. Next inhale, extend the spine. So that means push the floor away, lift the chest up, and breathe. Breathe in a manner that is lifting the whole rib cage and the whole stomach, and doesn't need to be super active, but we do want to utilize how the nervous system works, and that slow, long breath in and out is going to really send the signal to your muscles that you're okay to relax. Then from here, let's slowly bring the chest forward again, bring the torso forward. Okay, what we're going to do next, we're going to hug the right knee in close to the body. Okay, bring the right foot across the left thigh, and then lift the chest up here. And just stay here. So if I was pulling as hard as I could, I would be lifting my chest up really, really tight, squeezing my left quad and pointing my left toes up to the ceiling. But here, nice and relaxed. Just pull in to the point that you can feel some stretch in your right glute here, maybe a little bit in your left hamstring. Can you still breathe here? Can you listen to the information coming from your body, whether that's a feeling of stretch, whether that's a feeling of boredom too, like can you listen to it? Can you stay in it? Can you breathe in it without trying to change it? Then take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring your left hand or left arm around the right leg and start to rotate to your right side. Super relaxed. 4 to 6 out of 10 level effort. Some sensation, some stretch, but not so much it hurts. Not so much you're trying to gain in flexibility. We're trying to recover. We're trying to breathe, and we're trying to take some time for ourselves. Take a deep breath in now. Exhale, release the rotation. Bring your right hand on the inside of the right leg here. Rotate to the left side. Don't worry too much about having the straightest spine. It's nice if you have a little bit of engagement and extension of the back, so we're in good posture, but it's not that important. Can you feel any stretch? Can you feel like you can stay here and meditate and breathe? That's the most important thing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation from that side. Bring your right foot now on the inside of the left thigh. Let the right knee open up to the right side here. Again, super relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to fold forward. Now, as I let my left leg really relax here, for me, I don't know, it doesn't feel as comfortable as if I keep a little bit of engagement in the leg here. And then I can get a much nicer sensation through my hamstrings. So although I want you to be relaxed, sometimes it's nice to have just enough engagement, not too much, that you can actually feel a good sensation in the right area. If I was pushing as hard as I can, I'm going to be somewhere here, right? But I'm not. I'm just getting enough stretch. And then we breathe. In and out. Next inhale, slowly walk your hands back, lift the chest up. Take a deep breath in here at the top, please. Now exhale, rotate to your right side. Left hand comes across the right thigh and rotate through the midsection. Nice long belly breath. So that means that your belly moves in and out as you breathe. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. Rotate to the second side. So right hand comes across the left thigh and then rotate over to the left here. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. Bring the left hand on the inside of the left leg here. Right hand's going to come behind the body. Pull the right shoulder away from the right ear. So you want to pull that back. Just a little bit active here. And just let the body move forward on this sideline. So different to the last position where our chest was facing forward, we're going to attack different head of the hamstring. A little bit more the adductor for me today, which is rare. And then breathe here. Now this kind of practice isn't fancy. It's not very sexy and it's not very dynamic and explosive. I'm not showing you all the cool hand balances I can do. And that requires a different level of skill within yoga. It's more presence, more listening, more feeling what's there rather than creating. And there's space for both within yoga. You should strive in some practice and you should almost surrender like how we have to here in other practices. Next inhale, slowly lift up here. Let's move to the second side. So right foot comes out straight, please. Ooh. Left leg comes in. Bring the left foot across the right thigh. Lift the chest up here. Super relaxed. Then take a deep breath in, please. Exhale, bring your right hand around the left leg and start to rotate to your left side. Nice soft tension in the body. You know, being able to stay in a position for a long time requires you to be very curious and be learning about yourself. What can you feel? Can you feel how the spines rotate? Can you feel the glutes pulling? Can you feel the stretch in the hamstring? I can feel on this side I have less rotation than I do on the other side. And each pose can tell you so much if you're willing to watch and learn and listen to the body. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release the rotation. Oh, left hand, inside the left leg here. Rotate to your right side. Breathe. It might be a silly cue just to say breathe, but it's that important. It's that significant within yoga. It's that significant in life, but let's not get too philosophical about it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation here. Left foot comes on the inside, the right leg, sorry. Push the left knee out to the sides. face the chest forward, take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Oh, so weirdly, this is a hamstring specific stretch, I would say, but today, due to my training, due to the things that I've been doing, I can really feel it in the left side lower back and the left glutes as I'm doing this. And so this is where it's really important to treat each practice as its own. You know, to not have any ideas of what you could do last week or yesterday, or even what you're looking to achieve in the future. There's, especially with this kind of practice, especially with our air element practice, this is really going with the flow of what is here now. Breathing into whatever is here now. And not wanting it to be something else. Take a deep breath in and slowly lift up. As you exhale here, I want you to rotate to your left side. So right hand comes across the left thigh, chest lifts, and we rotate here. And you might notice that you have a little more rotation, at least I did. You know, and that's a big sign to show you that, you know, especially for me, that tightness is then coming from my piriformis. It's a good sign that as that piriformis was stretched out, I couldn't rotate. Now that it's all contracted, I can then rotate and it's out of the way. You know, and the more that you practice, the more that you get to know yourself. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. Rotate to the second side, left hand across the right leg, lift the chest up and rotate here. And you get to know yourself not only physically, but you can get to know yourself mentally, you know, how the mind interacts in different positions, how you deal with the feeling of stillness and potentially even boredom, potentially that feeling of antsiness, that feeling to be productive. And you know, Yin is asking you to let go of all of that, let go of the ego and, you know, give in to the poses. Give in to the shape and the feeling of your body in the moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. Now, bring the right hand on the inside of the right leg. Left hand around the back here. Pull the left shoulder back. So that's going to help us be on a side angle position. I know I've asked us to be passive, but we need a little bit of engagement here to put us in a good position to attack a different head of the hamstring here. Then breathe. You know, can you feel how gravity is pushing on you? And we have these muscle spindles in our muscles, and they're constantly detecting how gravity is acting on you in terms of speed, distance, and geometry as well, like the angle of which you're falling. And their job is to tighten up and protect you. And Yin is the time where you're bypassing that muscle spindle response and you're moving so slowly that there's no danger felt by the nervous system. There's no need to tighten up here. Your next inhale, let's slowly start to lift up here. Oh, that's tight on my back. Bring the left arm round. And then let's start to lie down on our backs, please. Scoot your bums forward. You know, I've been working in yoga long enough now that every time I say bum, it makes me laugh, because many yoga studios have asked us to say, we prefer to say sit bones at our studio. Okay, from here, bring your arms down. I understand what they're doing. I just find it funny to call it a sit bone when we all know what we're talking about. Your next inhale, you're gonna hip extend here, so your glutes are gonna lift up. I'm making sure this mic isn't falling into my beard. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the glutes down again. Super relaxed. You don't need to be trying to do the strongest glute bridge. Do one more. Inhale, hip extend. Then exhale, bring the glutes down. Okay. From here, let's hug the knees in tight towards the chest, please. And let's just gently, super gently. You know, it almost will feel a little uncomfortable to move this slowly if you're not used to it. And it's the kind of discomfort that you're going to have to learn to be okay with this style of practice. To really just let the body open very slowly. It's so responsive to speed. So just move the knees into as many different directions as feel comfortable for you. Wow, my hips are tight today. Filming this session after we did legs yesterday, so if you train legs yesterday or today, you feel my pain, brother. Okay, now left foot down on the ground, right foot across the left thigh, supine pigeon position. Before we pull the leg in, what we're going to do is just really nice and relaxed, pull the right knee in and out. So you want internal rotation, external rotation of your right hip. Again, nice and relaxed. As you're doing it, try to see if your hip bones start moving up and down. We want to use a little bit of engagement from our core to stop the hip moving up and down, so we can make sure that the rotation happens from here in the hip. What we don't want to happen is my left hip to hike up, which kind of sends the left knee down, the right knee down, without this muscle doing the internal rotation and external rotation. Okay. Now from here, reach through and grab the back of your left hamstring. And just let the body hang here. I'm going to move this back down just a little. Because it's falling into my mouth. And hopefully, you can all still hear me. Do this in a manner where it is like your legs are falling towards you. Maybe even move the knee left and right. And nice and relaxed with the body here. Nice and relaxed force, not striving. I'm going to bore you with how much I remind you of that because it's that important. Okay, from here, let's start to bring the left foot up towards the ceiling. Point and flex your left toe, please. You don't need to have the straightest leg. You do want to have a very relaxed grip. This is such a simple thing to add into your mobility practice. Having your legs elevated in some way above your heart lowers your blood pressure, somehow makes you feel super sleepy too as well. Now from here, start to bend and extend the left leg from the knee. You know, and what I'm getting you to do right now is just floss the nerve root. So the way that nerve runs all the way down the back of your leg in towards the big toe, and it comes all the way up your spine. It goes all the way to the back of your head. So this small action is making a lot of difference all the way up the spine. Good. Now from here, bend the left leg here. If you can, it's up to you, reach through and grab the front of your left shin and knee. Pull the left knee in close to you. Breathe into your glute. Now, that is the stupidest thing that any yoga teacher can say because you can only breathe into your lungs. But the reason we say it is because if you focus on the muscle that you're feeling tension into, your target area, and you feel that tension, I promise you, watch, focus on it, visualize it relaxing, breathe as you do it. So we go from saying something that's wishy-washy to having a real mechanism that works. If you focus on it, visualize it, feel it getting longer, and take long, deep breaths, it sends a signal to your nervous system that the muscle is okay, that the joint is okay, and it can soften. Left foot's going to come down towards the floor next. Let your arms come out to the side to wherever's comfortable, and then let your lower body fall over towards the left side here. Oh. Let gravity do a lot of the work. On your next inhale, let's bring the lower body through center. Then slowly let the lower body just roll onto this right side. Now be careful with your left knee here. You don't want to hurt the knee for the sake of trying to do a stretch. But I do think it's important, you know, what I said at the start, that I don't have good internal rotation of my hips. And just something like this really helps me feel a good stretch on a part of what I would describe my hip flexor, but it's probably not. A part of my hip flexor that feels restricted when I go to internally rotate through my hip. So make sure you're not hurting your left knee. Just have a little push with your right foot down here. Then slowly come back through center. Bring the right foot down next to the left. Bring the left foot on top of the right thigh now. Getting ready for supine pigeon. First, let's prep the hip, internal rotation, external rotation of the hip joint. Never letting the effort level go above a 5, 6, probably maximum 7, please. Remember, 10 is like, I could not stretch anymore. My muscles are about to split and rip, right? So think a 6 is pretty high. I want to be around that. Even 3 would be great. 3, 4, 5, 6 RPE. RPE means rate of perceived exertion, a silly way for us trainers to feel smart. Okay, from here, reach through and grab the back of your right hamstring. Because it is ridiculous. Just say out of 10, right? And we add all this extra nonsense into it. Point straight in your right leg. Point and flex the right toes. Visualize that sciatic nerve. It's different for each person because some people have it come over the front of their hip flexor, some people have it go through the glute and hamstring area. Different people will feel it in different areas, but everyone can be flossing the nerve root with this movement. Ooh, it's tight for me today. Okay, relax the foot, then bend and extend the right knee. You know, just by doing this, just by having your legs elevated, regardless of how deep you can take this stretch, don't think that you need to be feeling the deepest stretch to get any benefit from it. Just by having your legs elevated above the line of your heart, blood pressure line, it's a lot easier for blood to get back to your heart, so your heart doesn't work as hard. The muscles seem to drain better. That's a silly term, but I don't have another way of describing it, of blood flow getting into cells of your body that normally don't get enough oxygen. Okay, from here, bend the right leg, reach through and grab the front of your right shin or your right knee if you can, if you want to. Focus on the left glute. Don't hurt your knees. Listen to your knee overall. Your knee should be a good limiting factor here. By that I mean is like, don't try to get a stretch, more stretch in your glute at the expense of hurting your left knee because it's just not worth it. There's other ways we can stretch your glutes. I don't want to hurt the knee for no reason. You know, if we're talking about some of our plyometric movements and being explosive, single leg work, then yeah, we're going to risk the knee a little bit because we want to take that risk for the benefit that we might gain in plyometric strength and speed and explosiveness. But right now, let's be soft and let's be loose. Let the right foot come down. From here, we're going to let your lower body fall over towards the right side. Arms come out to the side. They can be down by your side if you don't have space. And just feel that really relaxed rotation through your lower body. On your next inhale, let's slowly bring the lower body through center. Then let's let the lower body roll over to its left side. Nice, relaxed stretch through what feels like for me today my right hip. Sometimes I feel it on my right side lower back. It's just depending on what I've been doing. Again, you're trying to let gravity do most of the work here. And your next inhale, let's bring the lower body through center. Bring the left foot down next to your right. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, let your arms and legs find a comfortable position and lie down flat on the floor, please. So we're going to take some long, slow pranayama here. Very simple, Brahmari pranayama. It's the humming bee sound. You're going to take a long inhale through the nose, and you're going to exhale, you're going to make a humming sound. It's going to sound like this. And when you do this, I want you to focus on the vibration that you feel, where you feel it. Is it in your stomach? Is it in the chest and rib cage? Is it in the neck and collarbones? Is it in the jaw, the nose, the forehead? People feel it very differently depending on the pranayama, their mechanics, their biology, their anatomy, everything. Okay? Focus on the feeling of vibration. Focus on the sound that you hear. I would like you to let the sound and vibration almost massage the midsection and the throat and the nasal passage, wherever you feel it. And as you're exhaling, I want you to practice letting your body sink into the ground. You're going to get 5 attempts before we remain still on the last one. So get comfortable, please. Make the adjustments necessary so you can stay completely still. Let's begin. Inhale. done. Please keep the body completely still. Make this an extension of your Yin Yoga practice. The same way you felt the stretching sensation in the body and you were able to relax and let go into it, let go of your resistance to it. We're going to do the same here. You're going to resist any urges of your body and your mind to fidget or to move. And you're going to look through your body, you're going to look at your toes, keeping the eyes closed, you're going to visualize them, you're going to check on the heels and the ankles, and you're going to check in on the calves and knees, and you're going to make sure that you're not holding them tight. You're going to relax your thighs and your glutes, and the entire back feels like it's sinking into the ground. Let your arms melt away from you. Let the collarbones sink. Relax the front of the throat and see if you can relax every structure in your face. Meditation can be many things. It can be contemplation, it can be reasoning, and it can be strategizing, it can be purposeful thinking. It's not just that the mind is empty like a Jedi or a blank canvas. It's a lie of the Western commercialized world that teaches you that. Meditation can be many things. What I'd like you to do now is just feel your environment, feel the sounds around you, and try not to put any names to them if you can. We're not trying to categorize things, you're just trying to hear as if it was the first time you ever heard. And you're trying to now let your body sink into the ground. And where's the resistance from that? Well, you've had an entire lifetime learning to balance yourself against gravity. You don't even realize when you do it now. You sit up without thinking about it, you walk without thinking about it, but when we were babies, when we were little children, it was the toughest thing to overcome. You only remember what gravity feels like when we're struggling against it, when we have an injury potentially, when we're not feeling well, when we're not feeling strong in our body, and then we feel the effect of gravity. Can you notice it right now? It's pulling you down. It's pushing down on top of you like a blanket, like a heavy, heavy blanket. Don't fight it. Let it happen. Let go of your resistance. And this one's a little more tricky because as soon as you begin to notice it, you start to change it, but it's your breath. You know, can you trust in nature? Can you trust in yourself so much that you don't try to breathe? I know it's a weird sensation, but feel the breath, feel the environment move in and out of you, the atmosphere all around you. We forget it. Let it move into you, let it move out of you. Let it wash in and let it wash out like a cleansing wave. And the more we practice together, the more you're going to learn about yoga, the more you're going to learn about the mind, body, and spirit. I promise you. But you know, it all comes to this here. Whether it's hatha, whether it's ashtanga, whether it's vinyasa, whether it's yin, whether it's power yoga, whether it's primal, animal flow yoga, it all comes to this. This is the gift our ancestors left for us. There is a state of mind where you can be here, present. Not in the future, not in the past. Right here. Playfully, curiously enjoying the present experience. Nothing to accomplish, nothing to change, nothing to get done, nothing to produce with all of our productivity skills these days. Just to be here. What a gift. Hariom Tat Sat.